How you doing? I'm Stanley Smith here at Top Notch Barbers. I'm located here in Houston surrounding areas, Humble, Texas to be exact, but outskirts of Houston. But yeah, so about me, I first started cutting in 2013. That was back when I was in the Marine Corps. I was in the Marine Corps for 7 years, and I was stationed out in Japan. And so when I went there, I had to get a haircut. So every week, every Monday, we had to report in with a haircut. That's just standard. So my first weekend there, I went to get a haircut. By these Japanese people. I'm in Japan, so they cut my hair and they jacked it up. Just be honest, they jacked it all the way up. And it took a long time to jack it up too. Not like a 20-minute haircut, 30-minute haircut. Nah, it took a long time to mess it up. So after that, I was like, nah, I can't keep doing this. I can't do this. So I went and got some clippers, and I got on YouTube, and I learned how to cut my own hair. So as I was cutting my own hair, so many other black Marines was asking, hey man, who cut your hair? Because I'm assuming they're having the same problem as I did. It was like, hey man, who cut your hair? I cut my own hair. And they was like, you mind cutting me up too? So, that's how it started. I started cutting their hair. Mind you, we needed a haircut every week. Every Monday we had to put in with a fresh haircut. So, and I was just charging $10. I'm just starting off, and I'm still learning too. Like, I'm not no professional. So I'm charging $10, and I was getting more people, and I was like, yo, this is adding up. Like, I can really do this. Like, yeah, I can really do this. And I was starting to take it seriously. Mind you, I'm still in the military, but I'm learning through YouTube, and I started to invest more into my clippers, because I started off with some regular household clippers, home use clippers, I guess you can say. Then I upgraded to Andy's Fade Master. I think that was my first professional clippers, Andy Fade Masters. And then I got the Andy's TL liners, and I started going from there. Once I got out, went to Barber College here in Texas. At that time, it was 1,500 hours to get licensed, and that took me about a year. So when I got out, it took me about a year to get my license, and ever since then, I've been cutting. I started off I did all types of different type of barbershops. I started in commission. I did booth rent. I did house calls. And then eventually down the line, I opened my own barbershop, got into my own barber suite, things like that. But we're going to discuss that later on at another day. But yeah, I never thought I'd end up being a barber. Never thought I'd cut hair. It's something I never dreamed about. It's something I never grew up wanting to do. Granted, I did have an uncle that used to cut my hair when I was younger. He was a professional barber as well, but I didn't even know I was gonna be a barber. But eventually, it became a passion of mine. I get to connect with different type of people, network with different types of people from different walks of life, different backgrounds, ethnicities, whatever it is. It opened me up to a wide range of people that outside of the military I would never come in contact with. And like I tell people, my clients, like, it don't even feel like work. It really don't feel like work. It's no really pressure that's on me. Like, I literally come to work, right? cut hair, obviously, but while I'm doing that, I'm talking, building relationship, watching TV, listening to music, uh, talking to shit, like just doing stuff I'm gonna do regardless, but I'm getting paid for it. So it's like, man, I don't even consider this to be work, and that's why I love it. That's why that's what I like. Because I did those 9 to 5s as well. I did, like I said, I was in the military. I did those strenuous jobs, those high demanding jobs, and it took a toll on my body physically and mentally. But once I got into barbering, like really got into it, was going to school for it, and started building a passion for it. Like, I just fell in love with it. I just fell in love with it. But I always knew I wanted a business when I was younger. When I was young, I just felt like I always had like a business mindset. I just wanted it. I ain't gonna say to own nothing or be in ownership like that. It's just, I don't know. I just wanted my own business. Like I seen how some businessmen operate, how they move, and I've been around some. When I was young, coming up. But like I just always saw just business savvy at a young age, and so I just combined my skill set and business together. Cause like I said, I developed the skill set with barbering, and I put in. I was actually cutting for 3 years in the military before I even went to barber school. So when I went to barber school, I had some type of general knowledge on how to cut hair. I wasn't fresh, brand new, or even scared to get behind the chair. But when I got there and had instructors actually teaching me certain techniques, guiding me and showing me like little tips and stuff like that, I got better. That's what it is. I got better. Also, just cutting, period, made me better. So that's how I developed that skill set, and I just combined it with some of the little business knowledge that I knew, and created my own barbering business. And along the way, I went to seminars, business seminars, did business courses. I took business classes, so that helped me on the business side of it as well. But one thing I noticed in the industry, professionalism. I feel like professionalism left the industry, which is why some of us don't take our job seriously, because we don't take it seriously. Some people look at us crazy about some of our prices that we're charging, saying that we don't deserve that, we don't do nothing, it's not a real job, or they see us as it's a hobby, things like that. And sometimes, reflecting on it, can you blame them? With how we present ourselves, with how we carry ourselves, are we doing it in a professional manner? Are we demanding that respect that, hey, I'm a professional, this is my craft, and I am to be taken seriously? I went to school for this. I had to get a license for this. I put in time for this. So yeah, it's like this is our actual real profession. But we have to take it seriously as well. We can't treat it as a hustle. We can't treat it as a hobby. For some it is. For some it is a side hustle. For some it is a hobby. But for the ones who's actually want to be in this profession as a professional, a true professional, we have to change our mindset. We have to carry ourselves in a certain manner for people to take us seriously, so we can demand the prices that we want to charge. So we can demand just people being on time. You know, people they will come late. They won't call, no shows because they don't take us seriously. They wouldn't do that at the doctor's office. Nope. So again, we have to retrain our focus and mindset on bringing professionalism back in the industry, and that's just my opinion. That's where I think where we at. But yeah. But I bring plan to bring positivity and inspire new upcoming barbers, and bring some realism, and challenge them to think deeper. I'm not creating this channel to bring anybody down, to spread negative aspects of the industry. Just all positive, because it's different avenues in being a barber. It's not just sitting behind the chair. It's so many different avenues that we can take this profession and be in. Is crazy. And people reinventing barbering as we go. You know, so it's not just one way of doing things. So I know a lot of time people speak down or speak negatively on certain ways certain people do things, certain barbers do things, when really, bro, that's their lane. You know, so like I said, my purpose of this channel is to bring professionalism. I'm gonna be talking about that in detail at a later date. Spread some of the knowledge that I know and that I learned along the way of when I've been cutting. Ownership, like I said, I own the barbershop, and so I can spread some type of knowledge on that, on owners on that side, and on the independent side as independent barbers, and talking about the business side of things. You know, going over budgeting, where your money going to, calculating things, just the business side that may don't get discussed as much or don't get highlighted as much. So I won't be going over those things, and again, just encourage and inspire your new upcoming barbers. Letting them know that you can make it in this industry. You can make money in this industry if you take it seriously. If you take it seriously, if you put in the time and effort, and be patient, because it's not going to happen overnight. It might not even happen in a year. But if you persevere and push through, you can thrive in this industry. I promise you, I'm a living testimony to this. I've been in times where it's like, what am I doing? Why did I do this? Why did I open this shop? I've been in down moments. But I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I kept going, and I made it on the other side. Sometimes you just gotta keep pushing. Don't give up, because you will make it on the side. It's just time. It's not microwave. You're gonna have to, we're gonna be in that slow cooking, simmering. You know, it's the reason why food in that slow cooker tastes better than food in the microwave. You know, so if you just keep going, I promise you will make it on the other side. And we're gonna discuss those things on how to get you there, how to be a successful barber, how to be a successful barbershop owner. I'll be able to teach you different tactics on, again, open up a shop, going to the suite route, just little things like that. So I just wanted to spread the knowledge that I learned along the way, that my mentors poured into me, and give it back to you guys. with my spin on it, with my intake, with my pros and cons on certain things. So yeah, this is gonna be a channel that you're gonna want to follow. I'm gonna keep it real and raw, but at the same time, it's gonna be positive energy, positive vibes. So again, it's me. I'm Stanley Smith here at Top Notch Barbers. Stay locked in.